Hi, and welcome to the You Can't Save Anyone podcast. I'm Suwan Weaver, and this is Ayo Shihara. We're two comedians talking about whatever we want.
But we can't save anyone, including you. Just now?
Yeah.
Oh, Angry Bird. I know we Asians face if you put like too thick. Yeah, you look like Angry Bird.
When I have the microblading done,
Uh-huh.
Angry Birds for sure. It's so, because especially in the very beginning, it's so thick and shiny. It's less puffy later and fades out.
Oh, I got mine too.
No, not yours look perfect.
2 years ago.
Really? And it stays like that? When I microblade mine, they disappear after like 6, 8 months. It's gone, almost gone.
Really?
Yeah, and it's really it's painful and
Oh my God. It was painful.
I know this is thrilling conversation.
Yeah. Welcome to Women's Eyebrows Story.
Women's world.
Talking about women, we want to talk about this women in Hollywood.
Yeah. Inappropriate behavior.
Yes, still out there.
Big time. It's not, you know what? I don't know. Is it ever going to go away unless we just put a stop to it and it keeps happening over and over again?
Yeah, it's like a Me Too movement happened in 2015-ish, around that time. Yeah. And this guy said, me and another female comedian, this old white guy said to us, we are both Asian, and he said, hey, let's have threesome to our face. And it was 2021 too.
Well, I think the Me Too movement happened around the George Floyd stuff too. I mean, really became big.
Yeah.
When Trump became president, actually.
Oh, yeah. Again, but yeah. Right? So it's happening several times. And then this guy still talk to us like that. And like some men think that Me Too movement don't apply to them.
They don't think we should do it, for one thing. They think it's bullshit that we had it.
Yeah.
They think that we like it, that we like this.
That's a crazy thing. Maybe he thought it because we are Asian women, completely treated us like some kind of hooker or something, hookers or something. We were like comedians. We were there for comedy festival.
Right.
And then he was like, oh, let's have threesome. I have a room upstairs that was at the hotel at the Q&A. And like, what?
Oh my God.
And then and I said, I have a boyfriend. And then she said, I'm married. And said, oh, I have a girlfriend. So don't be party pooper. And like,
and it was out of the blue, like he didn't even.
Yeah, because there was a Q&A. He was one of the speakers, and then he did a really good job as a speaker. And then so we, after the Q&A, we had a question, and so we asked, and then we left, and then he came to talk to us after the whole thing.
He was a speaker. He was a comedian. He was like
a writer.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
See, okay. This is the thing. I'm just gonna say it. The Louis C.K. thing is like, I know Dave Chappelle had a big laugh, like, oh, they're not locked in the room. They're not. They could just hang up if they're on the phone. But you know what? The level, like, they're higher than us because he already had success and fame, and then we're like trying to make it as writers and comedians. So we're not fucking hookers. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe we should beep out that. I mean, we're not we're not just like strippers, you know? It's like it's like that's so disrespectful. So I heard Sarah Silverman talking about Louis C.K. And he used to do that to her too. But here's the thing. She talks about it really honestly. They were on the same level. They were both broke ass starting level comedians. So they would just be stupid. He would just be like, and she just didn't care. Because like, imagine if it's like, okay, first of all, if someone was our friend and did that to us, we're not at the age where that's going to be okay. But maybe You know what I mean? But maybe if I was 20 and like a guy did that, I might be like, if we're both 20 years old,
Mm.
then and especially because I was wild, you know.
Uh-huh.
So maybe
Oh.
it wouldn't really bother me. I'd just be like, you're gross, but I wouldn't, maybe I'm not going to be so offended.
Mm.
But then if you have somebody in their 20s and then a 45-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
now the dynamic is so different.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And at our age, it's disgusting.
Yeah. I was talked about that, about the Diddy's party.
Yeah.
If you're in a certain level in this industry in Hollywood, and as a actor or as a performer, you are young and people want us to go to Diddy's party. Maybe not
Yeah, freak
part,
offs.
but freak offs, but at least party. But I saw the New York attorney, Tony Busby or something. The guy, he was saying that there's so many A-list are involved with the freak offs thing. You'll be surprised the names
But like,
of
I
the.
mean, are they really involved or did they just go and then, you know what I mean? Like, how involved?
So first of all, there is a lot of minors involved too. So those people are getting in trouble the big time if you had sex with the minors. And then
Yes.
also they had like freaky sex and they didn't know they were taped, I guess. Yeah, they did taped most of the sex.
Because like okay, let's take like the Epstein Island thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know a lot of people just went to the island,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like a lot of people just went, but maybe they went because their manager or somebody is saying like, "Hey, there's a big party at this island." And I don't know, I'm just going to list like, oh, Kate Blanchett and blah, like, maybe like Tom Selleck. I don't know. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like whoever. Like these like major celebrities are going to be there. Everybody's going. So maybe you get there and you realize, oh, this is a mess, and then you
Uh-huh.
leave,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have to get involved with. Or obviously there are some like
Mm-hmm.
Trump
Yeah.
who was like, oh, I love this guy, I love these girls, and he's just part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I
Yeah.
do, there's some celebrities that are really involved. Like J
Yeah.
Lo was dating him.
Yeah. The shooting thing in the club.
Oh,
And so Diddy and also JLo, they were dating, they they were in a club, right? And then somebody just got insulted. So he threw the money at P Diddy, and then and they start shooting at each other. But
inside. Oh,
yeah, and then Diddy didn't go to jail, and because the one guy whose name is Shine or Shane, I forgot, Shine, and then another upcoming rapper, I think is Diddy's one of talents, I guess, but he got all the blame, and
oh,
he went to jail for 10 years.
oh my God.
Yeah,
So they just paid him to go to jail.
yeah, I think so. I don't know, but he seems like he's very bitter about it, so I don't know how much he might have got money. But yeah, JLo sounds like she was involved in it too.
I mean, she's in a lot of photos.
Yeah. And because
Like,
she's the one, because this guy went to jail because JLo testified that this rapper Shine is the one that is shooting, and
oh,
Diddy didn't,
oh,
based on her testimony.
oh, wow. I
So
didn't
I think
know that.
she's part of it. I'm sure. I can't imagine Diddy not, start shooting.
And then, like, did you see all the clips with Justin Bieber? Like,
Yeah,
like how I mean, he was a baby
I know.
when he first came on the scene. Like, I remember thinking, this is a kid, and what the hell is going on here? Like, it seems so
Mm-hmm.
weird. But then I didn't pay attention because also I didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
But now, if you look back at all the different clips,
Yeah.
it looks so sad. It looks so messed up.
It's so messed up. No wonder he was so messed up.
Hollywood doesn't give a crap about people.
Yeah,
They
no.
don't help anybody.
He was treated like a piece of meat.
I know. He really
Uh,
was.
yeah, it feels so bad. He has a disease.
He does?
He has his face, left side or right side, I don't know, forgot, but the didn't move for a while.
Oh, that's Bell's palsy.
Yeah.
That
And it
usually
was
goes away for a little after a while.
And then now I think it seems he's okay, but also he has mental issues.
Oh,
He's breaking down, and then he was very protective of Billie Eilish
yes. Billie
because
Eilish.
yeah, because she's run up to stardom so quickly, like
Hmm.
he did, and he didn't want her to go through what he went through
Yeah. At
as
least
a
she has an older
young.
brother that's kind of protective also.
That's
Billie Eilish
great.
does. So slightly different because Justin Bieber came out of the blue.
Yeah. Justin Bieber's parents give guardianship to Diddy. And yeah, when he was 13.
Oh no. I didn't
I
even
think he's a
know that.
13. I'm not sure exactly, but when he was discovered. And then he had to stay at the Diddy's place for 48 hours one time.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And also Usher, he
Yes.
lived with Diddy for a year, and he said he saw a lot, and seems like he was molested. Yeah.
Well, look at that.
Yeah. Howard Stern was interviewing Usher before, and then you have a kids now. Do you send your kids to
Did he?
this camp? I was like, hell no. It was like,
Oh my God. This is all so sad, really.
yeah.
You know who the first one of the first people to bring this up is Cat Williams.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he was on Shannon Sharp. It was pretty cool. He did a podcast interview, and since then a lot of people want to go talk to Shannon Sharp and go on their show and say stuff, like just
Uh-huh.
different stuff on their mind. But Cat Williams really talked about Diddy and was like, "Oh, it's all coming out. It's." And this was way before anybody talked about any of this. So he was
Uh,
blowing it up.
I like Cat Williams.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's great.
And
And like
he's a great businessman too. He's so rich. He produced himself. Yeah.
it looks like he had a great career and managed to stay out of all the nonsense
Mm-hmm.
and then also protect his business.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was successful without playing the game. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I guess Dave Chappelle did that too because he was successful and then left,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
for his own sanity.
Yes.
That makes sense because I mean,
Yeah.
Hollywood is so crazy.
Yeah.
And yet we all want to be in it.
Yes. But I think, those all the A-list seems like not going to work for a while if shit comes out, and maybe there's more job
More room.
opportunities for us. I don't know.
Yeah. We can step in. We're clean.
Stephanie, right? Kevin Hart seems like he's,
It seems like he's a little bit in hot water.
yeah.
But you know what?
I,
Maybe he'll come out of it okay.
maybe, yeah.
He's kind of one of those people that I bet you will scoot
But
around it.
around, yeah. Because
Even
I
though,
think he has, because with his charm, he's like,
oh, yeah, he's
yeah.
extremely charming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kevin Hart was on some show with Leslie Jones,
Uh-huh.
and she's big, right? She's tall and big. And then Kevin Hart is like so little, right? He's like 5 foot tall and very tough. And she was laughing at him. And I think he was getting mad. You know what I mean? Because she was like, "You're tiny, you're tiny." And she just kept saying it. You're like, and after a while, I think he was like, "I'm a man." You know what I mean? Like, shut up, like, okay, I'm because still no matter what, he's a man, right?
Uh-huh.
Men. It doesn't matter what
Yeah.
size they are, they still
Yeah.
feel like they're men.
But he
So,
gets ladies because now he's famous and all that, but he seems like he's always been that way. Like ladies loved him because he's funny and charming.
yeah, like he has a lot of presence,
Mm-hmm.
dynamic.
Yeah.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
So many actors take advantage, like the
Yeah.
dynamic of men and women when men have power and
Yeah.
then the women are so desperate. Harvey Weinstein's coming back.
What the fuck? I didn't know that. What?
Yeah, because when they retried him, he got released, and I bet you he's coming back in this.
He is
Somebody,
coming out?
yeah, he gets to come back out, and it's crazy. Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, I'm sure he's
Oh,
going to be making movies in a second because
maybe.
he's.
Oh, no, he should not be allowed to work in Hollywood ever again.
I know, and it's sad because they made really good movies.
That's
Him.
a true. Yeah, he made a lot of good movies.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. When I was talking to female actors, we all have experiences being invited to those. When I first moved to LA and I looked really young and my English was not that, and it was really bad. But this guy said, I want you to be in my feature film, and then the budget is blah blah blah. And then it's not like a big blockbuster, but it's just decent budget, and he was asking me to come over to have table read at his apartment. And I asked him, and it's anybody else, so who is gonna be there? And then, no, I just want you to read this part for me. Why don't you come to my apartment? You know what I mean? I didn't go.
Right, right, because you're smart. Yeah.
And
But some
it's
girls don't know that they shouldn't go.
not
Sometimes
why? Why? It's just so obvious. Even though I'm not from here, my English was not that great. I still.
probably it was easier for you to sense it's not right
Mm.
because your English isn't good. You have to be able to tell somebody's
Body
intention.
language,
Yeah.
or
And the
I have
way
to
that
be very
you're paying attention more than other
more.
people. People don't understand bad things can happen.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they just figure, oh, well, maybe it'll I don't think that they think it through with their tiny brains or whatever. It's a world where people have money and power, and then people don't have money and power.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to figure out what they need to do to get it. If you grow up and you don't have value about yourself, if you have low
Mm-hmm.
self-esteem and you feel like your self-worth is low,
Mm-hmm.
then what is sex? Sex doesn't have any meaning.
Also, when you're young, you're horny. And then
Yeah,
also some people are whatever it takes to
right.
get what they want.
People say that. Yeah.
That was so funny to me. Like one of my actor's friend, the male, he said, and yeah, if I was a woman, and I would, sweep around and then get all the roles. So I was curious. He said if he were a woman, he will do it, but he
Right.
doesn't need to be a woman. You know what I mean?
That's
Because
right.
he's put himself in a woman's body, but his mentality is a man. That's why he said that. But if he really wants to do it, he doesn't need to be a woman.
Oh,
He,
exactly.
you
He can
know,
go suck some dicks right
yeah,
now.
and or use his asshole.
Yeah, that's
It,
exactly right.
he can get fucked in his ass to get his role.
You know
There's
what?
plenty of gay producers and directors
Who are willing to take
willing
advantage
to
of
do
him.
it.
Or
Yeah,
bisexual, look at Diddy, right? Like
yeah,
obviously, like just why isn't he over there?
yeah.
Why do you have to wait? Or in acting classes too, people take advantage.
This
This
A-list
A-list actor,
actor who was sued by
some actress.
some actress, and used to practice improv. She was on
Yeah.
my team,
And I met
and
her too. I met her. She was in an acting class I was in.
oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
another school.
So you heard a story from her.
I heard
And
stories from her
her.
and I believed it.
But when I was practicing improv with her, that was around the time that it happened.
Oh,
Because she was
wow.
telling us what was going on. Oh, his to be in his movie, we have to do nudity. One time she was like, "I don't care. My body is my choice. And then, I don't care."
See, that is what I mean. Some people have that attitude.
Yeah, and
So,
then yeah, so I was like, "Oh, so she knows what she's doing." You know what I mean?
yeah, that's interesting. She didn't act like that when I met her. When I met her, she sounded like a victim.
That's the thing. I was so surprised when she sued, and I think she was pissed because she did a nudity, but she didn't get lines.
Oh, see, that's the problem is people they have expectations. And what she was she just in the background? She was background
I
actor.
think so. And then she was upset that she was like I feel so used, and I felt like
Right.
that was
She
I
chose to be
heard.
used.
Yeah,
Oh, I
but
see.
yeah, so but
Yeah. So see, that's the thing is we make a choice.
yeah,
Make a choice, go, my body, my choice. I get to do whatever I want. But
yeah.
then you're mad because it's like not a contract. It's right.
Hmm.
It's not like you do this, I give you that. Like you might be doing it and nothing happens, like in her case.
Yeah,
So that's why she sued. She was bitter. Oh, oop.
that's why. Oop, 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 oop.
That's a tricky game.
If you're intoxicated or drugged and then rape happened, and that's so wrong.
Yeah, of course. Oh my
And
God.
then not consensual sex is not right. But why do you go to those invitations? You know what I mean?
I
It's
know, but I
hard to
can't
understand for me.
I can't really blame them if they go
Mm,
because maybe you think that you're just going to a party or there's going to be other people or you don't realize and people are just I don't know. I know what you're
yeah.
saying. I
If
mean,
it's like, hey, so we are in having party, coming to in my room, and then if you go there and then nobody's there, and then that's so wrong.
because they could say, "Oh, I have a few people coming over."
Hmm.
We don't know how they're getting
Yeah,
invited.
let's have meeting in my room, blah, 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 blah. You know, then yeah,
I mean, the guy told you basically, though. The guy said, "Come up to my room for a reading," and then you
yeah,
knew. You already
yeah.
knew because the guy's a scumbag, and he doesn't
Hmm.
even have to say it. It's obvious.
Yeah, you haven't even seen me act before.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a cold read in a private room. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe not. Yeah.
So,
Plus, there's other
uh,
ways to do it. Meet at a coffee shop. You like,
hmm,
especially you don't know
yeah,
somebody. It's common
yeah.
sense. You're not
Let's
gonna.
meet in public.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, also my another my friend actress friend, she told me, and she's a little older than me, but when she was younger, she went to audition, and she was asked to take off her shirt. He said she was so naive. There's a few men in the room. They said, if you don't take off your clothes, it's you will not consider for this role. And she did it. After she left, she was so upset because she was in shock. And then she found out that if you have to be in the nude at audition, you always have to be notified before you go into the audition room. And you have to sign for paper that you agree to do, and it has to be very official. But she didn't know. So this guy's completely tricked her. And then, yeah, so yeah,
That's what
woman.
they do. That's what they
Yeah.
do. And because most of us we don't know, we're trying to if we're just barely surviving and eating cup of noodles
Mm-hmm.
and don't have money, and
Mm-hmm.
then someone says, take off your shirt or you don't get the role,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a really amazing body, you're 25 years old, maybe you're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
But she was tricked to do it.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Ah,
So, yeah. Wow. This is the
okay.
reality of Hollywood.
Yeah, that's right. It's sad.
Yes, hopefully it'll end.
I don't know. We have to keep calling them out.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. And we have to not be afraid to say it.
Yeah, exactly.